Come on. What is going on with my tablet today? Hi, Maru Riaz on the tube. All right, so in this room, I do free yes or no questions to who I'm drawn to. Spirit draws me to the questions that I need to answer. I do not answer every single one. I don't mind if you ask your question more than once, and I don't mind if you ask more than one question, but please understand you're going to get one and only one free answer if you're chosen by Spirit. And I don't allow spamming in my room. It breaks my brain. I'm autistic. I have ADHD, and it's just not okay. It's going to make me ignore you rather than you get the attention that you are trying to get. Don't do that to yourself, because it's not fun to be blocked, right? If you're getting any sort of messages from me, you absolutely are not. I don't reach out. I do not DM. I do not send messages of any kind. So if you're getting messages from somebody with my face and my content, please just block and report. They like to prey on my regulars and my moderators, and then the rest of you. So please don't fall for their scams. I will never, ever, 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 ever message you asking for money. That's not me. There's over 50 accounts on TikTok that have stolen my content to steal your hard-earned money. Listen to my moderators, read the pinned comments when you're in the room. I stream on more than one platform, so if you're on TikTok, pay attention to the pinned comments. If you're over on the tube, please read the more underneath the video. It has a whole video description, and there's a pinned comment over there as well. Don't be an asshole in my room, because if you're an asshole, you're just going to get blocked. Simple as that. I have plenty of cool stuff available in my store. If one question is not enough for you, you're always welcome to book a one-on-one reading with me. One-on-one readings are going to get you the best value for your money. You book by time, not by question. Here on the live stream, you're paying for one question. On a one-on-one reading, you get as many questions as you can ask in that time period, okay? I also have the Snail Mail Club, coaching available, witchcraft help, different courses in there, and freebies, all kinds of freebies. So head over to the store, because at least you'll get some freebies out of it, right? I think that's it. I don't know. It's been a while. I've been sick. I'm still sick. I still feel like crap. I feel like horrible today, but here I am. The show must go on. All right. There's a bunch of people over on the tube here. Give me a second. Nevada Forest. Is it true your mom hates you? I hope not. I have 5 kids, and I could never imagine that. Jack of Spades. Jack of Spades says that they're probably more of a narcissist than you realize. Jack of Spades is somebody who likes to play mind games. And it's not necessarily that they hate you or have ill feelings towards you, but it's the way they make you perceive the situation. I feel like your gut is telling you one thing, and your hopes are telling you another thing, and what she's doing is telling you another thing, right? So I feel like you need to use your utmost discernment with her and cut through the bullshit, because if they're being a true narcissist, you got to figure out how to cut through it. All right, let me see here. Give me a second. All right, blue. It came through on my tablet, but not on my phone. So give me a second. I got to pause it on TikTok so I can check. You guys on YouTube, don't get paused. All right, blue. Please let me know your question. It's tough, Nevada. I honestly had to cut my entire family off. So it's tough, but you'll get through it. All right, so what's the future between MG and you? All right, let's see. These are all messed up. Why? All right, the moon. Luna might have been sitting here earlier. The Fool. The King of Swords. The Eight of Cups. The Hierophant. These two came out together. The Two of Swords and the Three of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles and the Four of Swords on the bottom of the deck. All right, so I do feel like there's some work that needs to be done. Not anything over the top, but I do feel like things may seem clouded, right? Where you're uncertain whether you have the information that you need, right? The moon makes us feel like we don't have all the information, that we are being lied to, or things are being kept from us. But the thing about the moon is it's an illusion. We're not actually not getting that information. We have all the information at the ready. We have all the information we're meant to have, right? With the Fool right next to it, it does make me wonder if that pattern breaks, right? Because that could be an overwhelming pattern, especially if you're fearing that you don't know everything. But with the Fool right there, that's that bright, beautiful, brand new beginning where you're just carefree and ready to take action on life, on your dreams, on your journey, right? The King of Swords is there and the Eight of Cups with the Hierophant. So this in the middle here definitely makes me feel like somebody's carrying baggage. I know a little about you. I don't know much about them, right? Like, I feel like it could be both of you that are carrying baggage. The King of Swords doesn't have to be a male. It could be female. It just is somebody who is kind of overbearing, trying to take charge of your life, um, trying to be the authority over you, right? That's what the King of Swords is, especially right next to the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is making the difficult choice to move forward for your highest good. It's heartbreaking. It's horrid, right? I hate the Eight of Cups. It's my least favorite card in the deck. The Eight of Cups is a card that to me is much more difficult than the Tower card. The Tower, I embrace the Tower. I love the Tower, but I feel like it's because I don't have to make that choice, right? But here, Spirit's asking you to make the choice to move forward from all the shit that you're holding on to. The King of Swords doesn't necessarily have to be a person you're moving away from either. It could be just all the shit you've had to deal with in the past, and you're no longer allowed to take it into the future with you, right? So the King of Swords, the Eight of Cups, like I said, this could be you, this could be them, it could be both of you carrying shit from the past that you've got to let go of. I think with the Fool there before these three cards, it is an indication that it's happening. There is this brand new beginning that you're both trying to start, right? You're both trying to kind of meld your energies together and get this going and make it something strong and steady and good, right? The Hierophant here, it's interesting because this definitely feels like family dynamics with the Hierophant, because the Hierophant is about tradition and um, family tradition, usually, sometimes religion, sometimes the structure of like bringing down the man, right? So it's definitely someone or something overbearing that needs to be left behind, okay? This Two of Swords combined with the Three of Pentacles, this is an indication that somebody's very indecisive about it and they're afraid to move forward without somebody to back them, right? Because the Three of Pentacles is a very cohesive card. It's teamwork and working together with others. So it feels like somebody doesn't want to make a decision to move forward until they know that they have someone there to catch them if they fall, right? But with the Eight of Pentacles at the end, the last card that I drew in this spread, it is letting you know that the work ahead is going to be tough, but it's going to be done best as a team, right? It's the teamwork card with the Three of Pentacles. The Four of Swords on the bottom of the deck, we get to rest. We get to put all the bullshit away. So if the two of you are having a difficult time and you're uncertain about things, It's very possible that Spirit wants you to work together to get through that. If you're both holding trauma from the past, which is affecting your current situation, you need to work together to get through it. Whatever it is, you have to work together to get through it. If you're not both, you know how diligent the Eight of Pentacles is. It's the most hardworking card of the deck. You have to put the diligent work in to, receive the gift of luxury, right? That's what you're working towards. So don't feel like you're in the clouds. Don't feel like you don't have all the information that you need. You absolutely have everything that you need. I feel like you may feel like that because either A, the communication, because the King of Swords is also about communication. All the swords are about communications, intellect, right? Their swords are very mind-centered cards. So just know that you have all the information you need to move forward. And by having the communication, the conversations that the two of you need to have, it's going to bring you closer and closer together. I love that the Fool's there for you, because that's the hope that things are going to turn into something beautiful and you get to grow together and build that together, right? You both need to take a leap. And if you can't honestly say to yourself that this person, or even you, if yourself, you have to be honest with yourself as well. If you can't honestly say that you're willing to put in that much diligent work to make this work, because it's going to be tough, it's going to be hard, but they have to be too. You can't be one-sided on this. You can't be doing all the work. They have to participate as well. So if either one of you is not ready to participate in the hard work, then you know it's time to split ways. Let me see what all you say. Three of Pentacles and Two of Swords is something you really resonate with. You just want to move away from the past, especially from what has happened to you. Yeah. You really hope that you can meet him in person soon. You haven't met yet. That's why the King of Swords is there, because the communication is absolutely important. The more you communicate, the closer you get to coming together. And I can tell you that like a long distance thing or an online thing is going to be a little bit more difficult to help each other heal, but you can do it. It's absolutely possible that you can help each other, right? I feel like continue to push, continue to put yourself into it, and make sure that they are too. Once they start slacking on respecting your boundaries or doing the work, then it's time to reevaluate, right? You're welcome, dear. I wish you the best. All right. So in my room on the tube, if you retract your messages because you were not, I don't know, I guess capable of reading the description, you no longer get to have questions um in my room. I don't like when you retract messages. There's no reason for it. Um, call it a tism if you want. I don't care, but you retract your messages. I write your name down and you don't get questions answered anymore. So Mahur, or however you say your name, sorry, but you won't get any questions answered any longer. All right, so this is not popping up properly again. Why is this doing this? Because it's fucking retrograde. I'm not going to have, I'm going to have to figure out how to look at it on my computer, because I cannot sit there and pause the live. I only get so many pauses on the live stream. And it has to pop up because somebody else just paid for a reading. And if it doesn't pop up, then jinxie. Oh, I don't want to do that. Do this one. Come on. it doesn't pop up in that one. Which one does it go to? This one? Hold on, guys. Kind of a ding dong because I've got 10 billion different things. I don't know why it constantly makes me sign into all these different emails. All right, Brenda, it was you. I should have just figured that, right? All right. You need to see about your sister. Is that locked? Okay. Same butterfly frame. The one right here. Oh, yeah, it's there was a whole set of like the skull came with it, and there's a picture up there that came with it. There's a whole bunch of them above my TV that came with it. Alright, let's see about your sister. Ten of Cups. Is this the sister that you have issues with all the time? So it's interesting that the first card out was the Ten of Cups. The Hermit. The Nine of Wands. The Three of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles. The Six of Wands. The Sun card. The King of Pentacles. The Eight of Cups. Five of Wands. Seven of Wands. The Hierophant. The Queen of Swords. The Justice on the bottom of the deck. You have both the happy cards, okay? Very positive cards with the Sun card and the Ten of Cups. However, I do feel like there's something there, but it's not what you're thinking. Because nothing really is leading me towards any sort of medical energy in here. Yes, you have the Queen of Swords, but there are no other swords on this table. It feels like this is something that has either A, been a thought before, or something she's actually had to deal with before, because the Nine of Wands is there. The Hermit is telling me that the Hermit in a medical sense is more of a, you don't need a bunch of people around you, right? You don't need to rally the troops kind of energy. You get to sit back and relax and not worry too much, right? The Hermit isn't a card where you're going to have a bunch of medical professionals around you 24/7. I feel like with the Ten of Cups and the Sun card, it's a happy outcome. The Three of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles are all very earthy cards, right? You have 3 5s because of the Hierophant. 2 nines. The Justice card was on the bottom of the deck. I don't know if I said that. I don't think she has cancer to worry about. I think this is something that she's either, it even could be something you all have gone through. Like, say, somebody had kidney issues or whatever, right? Like, it could be something that she hasn't personally gone through, but you all have had experience with it because another family member, like an aunt or a mom, or right, like there's definitely a repeating pattern here. With the Hermit, like I said, I don't think it's what you are fearing with the Hermit. What do you need, honey? Okay. So the Three of Pentacles in a non-work sense is a card of allowing support, right? Because the Three of Pentacles is like the teamwork card, and that's great for work, but I feel like she does or will need help more than what she's going to want to ask for. Because the Three of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles together does indicate struggle, but it does make me think that she's going to want to struggle alone because the Hermit's there. The Three of Pentacles is there. She's not going to want to ask for the support that she needs. The King of Pentacles suggests that she's going to be strong through this, especially if she does her own research, figures things out on her own, like in a holistic way, or she sees all the different doctors that she needs to, or she listens to the doctor's orders and she actually utilizes all that information, right? The King of Pentacles with the Eight of Cups, the Five of Wands, and the Seven of Wands is sort of, it's like a very strong energy of somebody who can finally make their own decisions and make the right choices for themselves. They're not letting the shit on the outside with the Five of Wands affect what's going on the inside, right? There may be a whole lot of chaos on the outside, but they realize that that chaos is not on the inside. This feels like a very heal yourself kind of reading, especially with the Queen of Swords at the end. Because the Queen of Swords is in, she's incredibly smart. She uses her wisdom to figure life out. With the Hierophant there, it's not doing this the traditional way, right? It could be that she needs to open up to something less medical by the book and more woo-woo spiritual to help her with this. I'm obviously never going to give medical advice that in any fashion, right? That she's got to make her own decisions, but it does seem like Spirit is sort of encouraging the fact that she can figure this out on her own, that she's not going to need heavy medical intervention. What's up?
Didn't you say, when are my flavor packets coming?
Tomorrow. Okay, love you. Good night.
Good night.
I want to see which sister this is, so I'm going to read through the messages until you say yes, it is. Is she... I only asked that because I wonder, is she prone to making things bigger than what they could be? I'm not saying that she's going to fake anything, but what I'm saying is she's maybe making it a bigger deal than what it actually is, and that's why Spirit's pushing to the fact that it's not what anybody's thinking. You're wondering if she's given up. She did have skin cancer a few years ago. She won't get more treatments. Yeah, I mean, I didn't get treatment for mine either, so I understand, right? Like, that was a conscious choice that I had to make, and that very well could be what this Eight of Cups is. I think she's going to be okay. What I'm feeling, and when I, tap into her energy. It's not what you're all thinking. It's not detrimental. It's not going to be the end of her. Just don't let her hide away if you don't want her to hide away, right? Because it does seem like she's not going to want to ask for help with this, that she's not going to want anybody to be bothered by it, right? Where's the other 9? I think I was looking at the Sun card and saw the 9 on the Sun card. Oh wait, I said 3 5s. That's what it was, 3 5s. Hi Sabrina, how are you? I don't think she has like only a short time left. I think she still has plenty of time left. With the Justice card on the bottom of the deck, it's not like a justice in a court way, right? This is more like a calming of your fears kind of justice on the bottom of the deck when we're talking about something medical or what could possibly be medical, right? This is like a positive thing to have the Justice card here, because unless she deserves to be sick, she's not going to be, right? Like, this is, you're getting what you deserve when the Justice card is there. So I feel like with the Sun and the 10 of Cups, the happy family card, and the success, the happiness card, there's nothing to fear. I don't think you're going to be able to calm her fears if she really is that afraid about it, but I feel like Spirit really wants you to understand that it's not as bad as she's thinking. And that's what she's doing. Yeah, that could be what I was picking up on. She's trying to hide her physical appearance and the changes she's gone through. You know, that's the thing about the Queen of Swords, too, is the Queen of Swords is very stubborn. But you have to trust that when the King of Pentacles is there, that she knows what she's doing. She's on the right path, and she's doing what she needs to do to get to her ultimate highest good, right? Because the King of Pentacles is right next to that 8 of Cups. The 5 of Wands and 7 of Wands, they're both cards saying that she's not going to let the outside world affect her inside world. So she quit taking all of her meds. Well, that definitely explains the Hermit card, right? But I don't know. I don't feel like this is as serious as you're thinking or what she's worried about, right? Typically when there's cancer in somebody, it's like this heaviness that I pick up in their energy, like a dark heaviness. And I don't feel that in her energy. Now to convince your niece. Yeah, I don't really have any advice on that. I feel like your niece is very much, because I mean, I've read her energy before, very much one of those, you tell them to not freak out and they're instantly going to freak out, right? Her energy is going to do exactly the opposite of what you want her to do. So, Temperance, I asked what information she needs. And I get Temperance for your niece, right? So I feel like she may be stuck in that imbalanced state until she balances herself, right? Or she trusts that things are not as bad as what she's seeing right now, right? Just try to keep her balanced. I think that's the best that you can do. She had to take care of her dad when he had cancer. Yeah, I don't see that happening again. I feel like if she's taking care of your sister, it'll be because of old age, because she needs to be taken care of when she's older, right? So let me see here. Give me a second, guys. Wes, you say, how much energy do I feel from a single message? I don't understand what you mean. Why did I? Oh, I didn't close it. I just minimized it. Okay. It's really, really ticking me off that it's not coming over. All right, Sage, I got your donation. Please let me know if you have a question. You're welcome, Brenda. Lucy Warren's World. Hello, hello, dear. So in case anybody over on the tube is wondering, I do stream on more than one platform. I'm not ignoring any of you. I am getting paid readings at this time. Just another general Sage. Perfect. So if it seems like I'm talking to myself, I'm not. I promise you. All right, what does Sage need to know? The Knight of Swords. The Page of Swords. Are you stuck in your fucking head? Because this is the Ace of Swords now. The Knight of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, the Judgment card, the Nine of Cups. Ooh, there's some big shifts coming. The Five of Swords and the Eight of Cups on the bottom of the deck. All right, don't let the miracle, whatever is about to be dropped into your life, scare you in any way, because you have the Nine of Cups and the Five of Swords at the end of the reading. So you very well could block something incredible trying to come into your life. But let's start over here where the Knight of Swords and the Page of Swords and the Ace of Swords are, right? We're in Mercury retrograde. This is classic energy for Mercury retrograde because we feel like we're stuck. We feel like we don't have all the answers. Especially this retrograde has been hitting so many people so much harder than it normally does, right? But the thing about retrogrades is it's a chance to redo what we need to redo, right? It's an opportunity. And when we rephrase it as an opportunity, it gets a little bit easier. So with the Knight of Swords, we don't want to rush anything, okay? The Knight of Swords almost always fails because he rushes to battle. He doesn't have a plan. He doesn't have any idea what he's up against. He just goes because he wants the fight, right? With the Page of Swords there, it's kind of the same energy because the page is, even though he's incredibly curious about life, he doesn't understand how to make life work for him, right? Because he's just not as intellectually advanced as he could be. He has a lot of learning to do. But with the Ace of Swords there, the Ace of Swords is that clarity card. It's clarity. I call it the $1 million idea card sometimes, right? Like you're going to either get the information you need, get a really brilliant idea, and that could be where you're going to this Nine of Cups, or it's clarity and peace of mind, right? With the Knight of Pentacles. So it's interesting that you start out as the Knight of Swords and then you work into the Knight of Pentacles. So you've got the Knight who fails almost all the time to the Knight who almost never fails. So you're making a drastic jump once you feel like you have the information you need. The Knight of Pentacles is a card that says, you're not going to fail. You can be overworked. You absolutely can be overworked, but you're not going to fail. He's got a backup plan for his backup plan for his backup plan. He's over prepared for everything. So the only thing you have to worry about with the Knight of Pentacles is getting burnt out. But you have the Knight of Pentacles paired with the Six of Pentacles, and that is a combination that's saying that the help that is coming, you have to let it in. You can't do everything yourself, okay? But you're not going to fail because you have yourself, you've got your backup plans, and you've got others trying to help you as well. You have to be just as generous giving as you are receiving with the Six of Pentacles, okay? The Judgment card, the Nine of Cups, I feel like I remember that you've been waiting on something for quite a long time. I try to remember all of you guys' readings, but it gets to be a little bit too much, right? And with the Judgment card, this is either a physical judgment, it's a call to action from spirit, or it's something that we've been working towards finally like shifting in the energy, right? And I feel like this is spirit awakening you to the fact that you're making big strides in life, challenging life in just the right ways, chasing after your dreams in all the right ways as well, because the Judgment card is right there next to that Nine of Cups, and the Nine of Cups is your wishes are granted, your hopes and wishes and dreams are coming true. You've done all of the hard diligent work to get there. The Eight of Cups is the card that I talk about all the time that is much more difficult than the Tower card. You're making all the hard choices, you're moving past it, you are headed towards your highest good, and that's what the Nine of Cups is. But don't block it. Don't get this energy of the Five of Swords stuck in your head where you're like, I can't do this. This isn't for me. You start doubting and self-sabotaging, right? The Five of Swords is the card I call the mind fuck card because it fucks your mind, right? There's so much potential here for something incredible to come into your life, and if you get in your own way, it's going to be tough. The Eight of Cups, oh, it is on the bottom of the deck, duh. You do have the Eight of Cups on the bottom of the deck with the Eight of Pentacles. Hold on. Okay, so with the Eight of Pentacles, it is diligent work that you're going to have to do to get past this Eight of Cups. It's not just going to be easy. It's not going to be boom and it's done, right? It is something that you're going to have to work very difficult, hard towards your highest good, but it's going to be something very big. Don't get in your own way. Don't get lazy when it comes to doing the work, because I do feel like with the Eight of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, there's extra work that you're going to have to do to get through what you're leaving behind. But know that you're leaving everything that you're meant to leave behind because it's for your highest good. Don't doubt yourself. So let me see what you've said. Do I love horror? It's all right. I actually have another podcast that I have to continue to redo video episodes for, because it's Hexes, Haunts, and Homicide. So yeah, I love horror. I appreciate you too, Sage. Thank you. All right, let me see what these are. All right, so one more I have to check on. Amy. I got it. Thank you. Amy, let me know what your question is. Or if you just want a general reading. All right, will you get good results at your doctor's appointment tomorrow? Being evaluated for a breast lump. Oh, all right. So are you going for a mammogram tomorrow, or would that be a follow-up after a general? Because I am being shown a mammogram, like you have to go in and get the squish. So are you already aware that it's the squish? And if you aren't aware and your doctor says that, it doesn't mean that it's bad. It just means that they want you to get it checked. I've had mammograms. They're nothing. It's not a big deal. All right. So the devil, the King of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, the Four of Swords, the Three of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Six of Cups on the bottom of the deck. This is perfect. This is absolutely perfect. Yes, you start out with the devil, but I feel like that's your own fear that this could be something serious, right? The King of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, both of those cards are incredibly successful cards. In a medical type sense, these are very grounded, holistic type energies, right? With the Ace of Pentacles at the end as well, you're being given a gift. So I feel like with the Six of Swords, the Four of Swords, the Three of Wands, this is all encouraging you that your blessings are on the way, right? Because the Three of Wands is a card about blessings coming. Your ships aren't quite in yet. The Four of Swords is rested recovery. So it may be that there is something that, typically that would be rest and recovery after like a surgery, but it doesn't mean that it's a removal because of cancer. When I scan your energy as a medical intuitive, I'm not picking up that dark energy that I was just talking about with Brenda. I don't see the dark heaviness. I feel like there is something there that could be removed. But it's not something that's going to be life-threatening because you have the Six of Swords here, so you're absolutely supported by Spirit. The Nine of Pentacles is super, it's like incredibly successful. It's self-sufficiency, right? So I feel like this is something you can work on for yourself. You can get yourself through this. You don't need a medical, like a doctor, treatment plan, things of that nature, right? The devil is your own fear. You're leaving things behind, and it may be a wake-up call to maybe live a little bit healthier. I don't know how much of a health nut you are, right? But it is about breaking unhealthy patterns, and sometimes that is smoking or drinking too much caffeine or doing wrong things for your body, right? Eating all the garbage and the processed foods and stuff, right? Not exercising, not going for walks and things like that. Sometimes the devil is less about anything super scary and more about what we need to do for ourselves. With that next to the King of Pentacles, I really do feel like this is an opportunity for you to care for yourself a little bit better, right? Make yourself number one priority, because the King of Pentacles absolutely would make themselves a priority. They're insanely successful. They know how to manipulate life so that they are in a good spot all the time, right? They're also a master manifester, so manifest the good health. I don't know if you use grab avoid codes, but I love grab avoid codes. They work incredible, and I have some for health somewhere. I'd have to find them, but I have them somewhere. Let me see what all you've said. Diagnostic mammogram and ultrasound and seeing a doctor. Okay. Well, then them showing me the squish was appropriate. Your grandma passed away from breast cancer, so it just makes you really anxious. So that was another thing I was going to mention, was the Six of Cups on the bottom of the deck. The Six of Cups being there is like the past, getting stuck in the past. But I feel like with it on the bottom of the deck, Spirit's saying, don't do that. Don't get stuck in the past. Don't fear whatever this is, right? Even if there is something there that they biopsy and they say, okay, this is it. It very much feels like this could be a situation like my cousin Michelle. They literally took all of the cancer out of the lump in her breast when they biopsied it because it was so minute and tiny, and she didn't have to have chemo or anything like that. The lump in my breast, it just continues to shrink. I was lucky with that one. The uterus, I had to have all that ripped out when that was full of cancer, but the cancer in my chest never went past where it went past, and then my body just took over and started healing itself. Yeah, there is blood test for the gene. I don't remember what gene it is. I know that I've been tested for it. But Amy, let us know what happens. You know, I mean, only if you're comfortable with sharing. But I feel like whatever this is, you can tackle it, and it's not going to be as difficult or as painful or as hard as watching your grandma go through it, right? Yeah, I know that I had it. I just don't remember what it is. I had a lot of genetic testing done when I first started dealing with cancer in the family, when my brother got sick and my aunt got sick. It's coming at an awful time, right in the middle of a major and very stressful move. It's exactly when all that shit happens too. The more we allow stress to regulate and run our bodies, the worse things are. I've literally had 5 strokes. Okay, stress kills. It absolutely kills. So you have to advocate for yourself. And like I said, this could very well be an opportunity. It's a wake up call to remember to put yourself first. And remember, I'm not a doctor. I'm not giving medical advice. You're welcome, dear. I really don't like these bottles. I can never drink out of them properly. You just needed to sleep a bit better tonight? Yeah. I get that. You said that you're going in tomorrow. I'll light a candle for you tomorrow. In the morning. What time zone are you in? Is my kiddo better? Yeah, we went to the park and she was complaining about her back, but she was still running around and feeling good. So I don't know what she did to her back. She must have just pulled a muscle, but she's been sleeping all right and hasn't been dizzy since that night. So I'm just glad she doesn't have anything wrong. I figured it was just a hurt back until she started vomiting and was dizzy and had blurry vision. Then I was like, oh, we better go to the doctor. You had communication with them last night? Let's see. All right, Avery, how is Em feeling? 3 of diamonds. 3 of diamonds is positive. I think you guys are moving in the right direction. The 3 of diamonds is like a teamwork kind of card, a collaboration card, working well together kind of card. So I think you're getting there. You're moving in the right direction. Yeah, I've had concussions too. Letitia, you got to ask a question. I do free yes or no questions to who I'm drawn to. Spirit draws me to the questions that I need to answer. I don't answer every free question. Go ahead and ask your question and see if Spirit draws me to it. Oh, I hope not, Letitia. Is the guy you're with trying to set you up? 6 of diamonds. Oh, that's interesting. Do you think it's money involved? 5 of spades. I'm going to say yes. Because the 6 of diamonds, not only, it's an supposed to be about generosity and being generous, but sometimes it can make you a target because people see what a generous person you are. Combined with the 5 of spades, the mind fuck card, this is definitely not something that you want to deal with. Rain, thank you for the gift. So, Spirit, TikTok hasn't paid me in a very long time, so gifts, I just spread the kindness to others when people send me gifts. Yeah, I know, right? Stay away from that dude with that kind of energy. Hello. You're welcome, dear. It's morning over there. Well, it is 11 p.m. here. Almost morning if you consider after midnight morning. What's my name? Can you guess my name? I think you probably can. How do you get a yes or no? You ask your question. I don't answer all free yes or no questions. Spirit draws me to the questions that I need to answer. Good night, Amy. I hope you sleep a little bit better tonight. No, I'm good. Katie, you want to know if Kyle wants to explain things? 4 of Hearts is a no. 4 of Hearts says that you're not going to get the answers that you want. It's a card of being dissatisfied, disappointed. Oh, yeah, I'm sure you think I am. Maybe I should wake up my husband and tell him that some guy's trying to pick me up on my live stream. I was waiting for somebody to block him. Enough of that. I know, right? Can I make a video with you? You're very pretty. No, I'm good. I don't know. Maybe it's the, 3 letters that are above my head. Tony. Ezekiel, what's your name? Tony. Yeah, I get that one too. Like it freaks me out sometimes when people send in donations and their name doesn't match, but I get the wanting to have some sort of anonymity on here, or they're asking, like, saying their name is, even just the free ones, they say their name is something and it's like some dude in a picture and it's like Brittany or something for the name, and I'm like, okay. Oh, today is I reposted a video about it earlier, but there's 4 planets all at 4 degrees, so it's like 4444. I don't know. I didn't do enough research on it to tell you guys more, but there's 4 planets all really, really close right now. And it's supposed to bring in incredible, like, blessings and abundance. It is 11:11, guys. Even if it's not 11:11 for you, it is 11:11 for me. So go ahead and make a wish. Use that energy. You're going to go out and try to see it. Yeah, I don't have a telescope, but I did plan on stepping out to see if there was anything I could spot up there. I think Mars is one of them, so it's always easy to spot Mars in the sky. But anyways, guys, I love you all. Don't forget to call your power back before you go to sleep tonight. I'm off to bed because, like I said, I'm still not feeling the greatest. I'll be back again tomorrow. Good night. Sweet dreams. Your phone's great. I know, you get such good pictures.